Hello guys, welcome to Timeliner IO. I'm Noam Triber, the founder, and in this video I will guide you through all the software. So before I dive deep into our main dashboard workspace here, let me just drag a file into the software. Let's say I'm an editor inside an agency and I want my supervisor, the team manager, to approve the video before we send it to the client approval. So I just drag it inside and it will create a task. Once it's uploading, I can put the deadline. Let's say this video should have been ready for this day until all the revisions. I'm the owner, so I can put the editor in charge. I will dive to all of that soon. But once the video finish uploading, I can enter inside and leave time-coded comments. Now, as you see, the moment it's uploaded, I can already watch the video. This does not happen in any other place because you need to wait for it to process. Here you can watch the original file while it's creating the proxy resolution. So that's pretty cool. While I watch the video, I can leave time-coded comments. So I can leave a general comments using these tools here, just the shortcuts I have here to do it quicker. I can say zoom in. I click enter and it leaves the time-coded comments. You can see who left it, what second, what frame. I can leave range comments. So let's say in all this area, between this second to this second, I can edit it a bit. I want the background to be more warm. So make BG color warmer. And it will leave a range comment from this second to this second. I can draw on the frame. So let's say I want to select this and tell change to yellow. So I will have my drawing comment. I can leave voice notes. Sometimes it's hard to say it by text. So I say, hey man, add this whoosh sound effect we talked about. And it will add it here. I can attach files. I can say add his logo here and attach a file. For example, this. I can actually also add any type of file I want. I can also tag people. And then my editor can download the raw file from here. Last comment I can do is a general comment on all the video. I don't want to write it like in 000. So for example, all over the video, change font to Open Sans. And it won't appear on the play bar. It will appear here as a general comment. Each comment I click on, it jumps to the time code so I can immediately see what's need to be fixed. And when I finish leaving my comments, I can send back to revisions. Once I did that, my editor will be notified in email, WhatsApp, SMS, and he will start working on the comments. He can import all of the comments into Premiere Pro DaVinci Resolve or print it as PDF or just work with two screens. However, it's convenient for him. Go one by one and fix the comments. Once he fixes it, he wants to go and upload a new version. But let's say he fixed many videos and it's a headache to do it. So instead of just looking, you can drag a video. Let's say I have V1 and I exported from Premiere V2. So I can just drag it inside of Timeliner and Timeliner will recognize this file has the same name across 2 times and it asks me if I want a new version or a new task or to skip it. And these are the target tasks it will replace it at. I click start uploading and it will basically upload version number 2 of the same tasks. So that's pretty awesome. Now, this is my main dashboard. I can see all of my clients. Each client is a one-time client, retainer client. I can arrange it by folders. Inside of each client, I have all of his projects. So each project can be a different film day, different type of content, however you want to work. So for example, March film day, inside of a project, I can create a brief. So I can write to my editors, general brief for all the videos needs to be inside, what to do, editing style, format, however I want to work. And I can limit the revision rounds. For example, maximum 3 revision rounds for my clients. I can upload project files. So I can basically in a Google Drive-like place, create folders, upload basically files inside of them, arrange them, and that way my team can later download it and work with that. Inside, I have this workflow from to do, in progress, in revisions, supervisor approval, your internal QA, client approval, approved and posted. Your editors cannot move anything into client approval. Everything has to pass through supervisor approval. Or if you choose to skip that, it's also possible. And then the supervisor do the internal ping pong. And only when he approves the version, he moves it into brand approval. When a new version is uploaded, I can see it's V2, I can see all the versions, and I can have this compare versions mode. For example, in version 1, I told him make the background color warmer in this area. I click on it because I overlaid the comments on version 1 on the new version. And I can see in the new version that he actually fixed that. Because if I go back to the previous version, as you remember, the colors here were not warm, and now in the new version, they are. So that's a very quick way to compare versions and make sure it's actually fixed. Here I can move basically by drag and drop tasks between statuses, and each status has a notification for the relevant person. So for example, this is the video editor. When something moves back to revisions, he will be notified. When it goes to supervisor approval, the person you put in charge as the supervisor of this client will be notified himself. When you move it into brand approval or client approval, basically you have one approver, the person in charge to approve videos for that. So you can put several guests and give them their own roles, but the main one will be the one that is approver. He can approve, comment, and view. Once the client approves a video, only then he can download it, and he can select if it was posted and into which social media. You can always see when something was approved and by who, and was it approved on time or in delay. So if I'm on a project, I will see the brief and the project files of that project. If I click on a client, I can create brand guidelines. So I can put general instructions of all the projects of this brand. And I can also put his brand links. For example, Instagram. I put the link here, and here it automatically recognizes that it's Instagram. And now all of my team can always see the brand links here. So even if I'm in charge of posting to their social medias or just seeing references, I can easily access it from here, and I don't need to manually send it to each of my team members in Slack or whatever. I have different views, different filters. Let's go through it quickly. And you obviously can go to our in-depth tutorials to understand every feature deeply. I can filter by who is the editor in charge. So I want to see only what is this editor doing right now? Is he available? I can filter by file types, resolutions, FPS, aspect ratios, amount of versions. Okay, I can sort, rearrange my columns, what I want to see, what I don't want to see. Now, I have a folder view. Some people, for some reason, I personally really like it, don't like the list view. It's too complicated for them. They want to see it like in Google Drive. So here you have the folder view, which basically transforms everything you see here in the side into folders. It's pretty straightforward. So here I have my tree crumb. I have retainer clients. I go to Rebecca and I see the projects. In each project, I can see the statuses of what's inside, who are the members, who are the guests. I can hover and see them. And if I go inside, basically all of the tasks will appear like this as videos. I can see all the statuses, deadlines, exactly the same, put the pricing. We have pretty cool pricing models I will show you soon. Hover over everything. If it's a parent task with subtasks, so for example, here I have this. This is, for example, a YouTube video called How to Build a Winning Funnel. And inside I put 3 subtasks. So one is the main video, one is the thumbnail, one is the script, because I want people to be able to approve one by one. So they can see here what they need to approve. They can also approve a script, documents. You can also leave comments on documents. So that's pretty cool. That's a different thing. And when you want to get approval or notification, you move all of the parent tasks. You don't have to move the whole team, right? Now, in folder view, I can also watch all of the videos like you know already and leave my comments. I can hover to scrub around. Okay, now I want you to see how it looks from the mobile view of your client side or the guests of your client. He basically sees this folder view, pretty similar to Google Drive, so it's nothing unfamiliar for him. And he sees himself and he sees a notification. You have these videos awaiting for your review. So it's basically taking the videos across all of his projects and seeing them one by one, what needs to be reviewed with this panel here. Or he can just enter into the projects, and inside of each project, he can only see what's in revisions, what's under waiting for his approval, and what's already approved. If something is under revisions, he's seeing this notification, and he cannot edit it or add any comments because it's already in revisions. And if it's awaiting his approval, he will basically open the video and he can watch it. So if you watch it and he approves, he clicks approve. It asks you, are you sure you want to approve it? It's final. After that, you can't leave any more comments. You can download the video once it's approved. If he clicks yes, he can download the video. If he has comments, he clicks on the comment and it enters him into the comment mode. Up here, he has a video explaining him how to use it. And basically, he sees finish commenting or comment. Now, only when he's in comment mode, he has all the comment tools down here. I can comment and say zoom in, and all the comments you already know. Basically, this is how it works from the mobile, and he can swipe up to see all the comments. So, or he's commenting, or he's drawing, or he's doing whatever type of comment, and after he submits it, then he can see everything submitted down here, basically by sliding up and seeing all of the comments. When he finished commenting, he clicks here, and then he will have this button appear that was not here before, saying send to revisions, because you can only send to revisions if you left comments. If he regrets, he can click here and add more comments, but if he sends to revisions, it asks you, are you sure your editor will see the comments and make updates? You won't be able to add more comments until the new version is ready. If he clicks yes, the video is sent to revisions. Your editing team yourself gets notified in email, WhatsApp, SMS. You fix the video, upload the new version, and send it again, and all of this ping pong. So that's how it works from the client side. Very basic and very easy to use. And I have the last thing, which is amazing, is the statistics, analytics. I can see task breakdown. Okay, so for example, I can turn all these off, go to this graph and see how many videos I got approved each month. I can see the financial summary, how much brands owe me for approved videos, and I can see a breakdown of all of it. How much I owe to my team, how much I owe for each video editor. For everything he got approved in this time period, I select up here. What is my net margins? Now for reference, I was in the end of each month basically wasting hours of calculating in Google Sheets how much I owe each of my editors, because I only want to pay them for stuff that is approved and not for random stuff. I want to pay them something fair, so by the length of the video, and also for extra revision rounds. And I'm sure you know that it's a headache to calculate this. You start arguing with clients, you start arguing with your editors. We put an end to that. So inside of Timeliner, I can create pricing templates. For example, I have Shorts Pro. For example, it includes After Effects and B-rolls, okay? Now I can put a color for it. Now I select the pricing model. I have flat pricing. I pay a basic thing for brand. So if it's including a client, he pays me $100 and I pay my editor $70, for example, and I get the profit. This is one option. Personally, I don't work with that. I work with duration-based and profit share. I can turn them both on in the same time. I will also want to charge for extra revisions to give to my editors, and also my clients will have to pay me for extra revisions above several amount. How does it work? First, I make duration-based. If the video is from 0 to 30 seconds, for example, the clients will pay me, I'm just giving an example, $50. If it's from 31 to 60, he will pay me $75. If it's from this way, I agree with this model with the client, and I don't need to manually calculate everything. It will automatically calculate everything for it, and it will be a fair pricing for everyone. Because obviously I don't want to charge the same for a 30-second video and a 2-minute video, and it happens to many teams. So let's say this is my pricing model. Okay, if it's above this, it will automatically go here. Now, profit share. I have several editors. I first have my rough cut editor. He does a pretty quick job of cutting a whole podcast. So I want him to give 15% of the total the client pays me. And I have my online editor, which makes the rest. I want to pay him 45%. Okay. I always want to stay with 40% margins, for example, or 35% margins, right? As the owner of this agency. So here I can see a breakdown of how much each of them will earn depending on the length of the video. Amazing. No need for Google Sheets. Extra revisions. If my editor does more than 3 versions, I want to pay him extra $10. If my client does more than 3 versions, he will owe me $20 more for any extra version. I create this model, and now I have my templates, and basically on a specific video, for example, this video, let's see its length, it's almost 2 minutes, right? So if I will put this pricing model, I will choose a template, or I can also put it manually per video, Shorts Pro. I will select the roles of the people tagged. For example, now it says there is no rough cut editors. I will just put these online editors, and I can see how much this guy will get and what will be my profit. And obviously I can apply it on many tasks at the same time. And now when I hover here, how long is the video? What is the brand price, like the client needs to pay me? How much I owe my team? Who is the team member I owe to? And what's my profit? And that will in the end of the month appear here as the part of the calculation. Only if the video was approved, I will owe this to my members. So that's another system to do that. And your client will only see how much he owes you, and your editor will only see how much you owe him. You won't see stuff of other editors, and your client won't see who are your members. You have full privacy. Only you as an admin or a supervisor can see that information. What's the average revision rounds per task? What is completed on time or what is delayed? And I can see what was delayed, what was the initial deadline, when was it actually completed, who was the editor in charge of it, what was the amount of revision rounds, how much each step took, how much each step it was, the time on each step, so I know where is my bottlenecks. No one can give you excuses. I can see average stage duration when it's in the charge, when the editor is in charge, how much time it takes him to deliver a version. The supervisor is the quickest. And as I can see here, my clients, my brands are the slowest. When I send them to approve something, it takes them too long. So I know what I need to approve. I see all my files, all the stats. And basically this way I have like a CEO dashboard. I can control all of my team, know who is the bottleneck, who is my best person, who is my leader. And that way I can improve them. That's it. That's a top view of Timeliner. The last thing I will say is that what I really hated in other places is that I have to move between folders or between boards to understand what's happening in my business. But here, if I click on a project, it will only show me tasks from that project. If I click on a client, it will show me all of his projects in the same time. And if I click on global view, it will show me all of my clients and all of my projects in the same time. So I can wake up in the morning, see what's back to revision from who client, what's in delay. I don't need to move between stuff. I just see a top view of everything. What was approved in time, what was approved in delayed, when was it delayed, and I always control everything. I have activity logs to see who did what, who watched what, who downloaded, in-app notification, WhatsApp notification, email. So I'm always on top of everything. This is Timeliner, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.